Welcome to Memorial Hall Gym. My name is Derek Slayton with my co-host Chris Moore. We're here for the WDSU-TV live stream as the Delaware State men's basketball team will take on the Cheyney University Wolves. The last time these two teams met, DeAndre Haywood led the Hornets with a career-high 25 points in the contest. Haywood was 9 for 11 from the field and 3 for 4 on three-point shots in the game. The Hornets scored the first 11 points of the game and never looked back. DSU led 50-35 at the break and was ahead by as many as 27 points in the second half. The Hornets as a team shot 56% for the game, hitting 32 of their 57 attempts from the field, including 10 of 22 from three-point range. As they really just blew this team out, they won 90-68. But Chris, I'll bring you in. How will they duplicate this success? What do they need to do? What are the keys to the game? What is something to look for?
Well, I think absolutely they're the better team today, and they should duplicate that success. And one way to do it, they have to get back on track on offense, which they weren't against South Carolina State on Saturday. That's going to start with attacking the basket. As we talked about, Cheyney, no rim protectors. Their tallest player is 6'7". That's going to allow Delaware State to pass the ball inside. Guards can attack the basket. They can do a lot of things today to correct their offensive woes last game and get them going before their Florida trip coming up. Second one, control the glass. Again, nobody over Cheyney on 6'7". This is an opportunity for Delaware State, one of the worst rebounding teams, in the MEAC. This is an opportunity for them to get their stats better and get their confidence better. Again, going into Florida, they can really control the glass today, and I think if they do that, this is going to result in a big win. And lastly, control the tempo. This is always a key for a half-court team. You don't want to run. They shouldn't have to today. Control the tempo, play in the half court, and more importantly, score in the half court. They weren't able to do that against South Carolina State on Saturday. They need to do that today. Again, going to stress it. Got to get their confidence back heading down to Florida if they're going to contend in the MEAC this year.
Exactly. They have a 2-game road trip in Florida, like you mentioned, against Bethune-Cookman and then Florida A&M. That can make or break their season, as you're saying. And seeding is everything. As we saw with the Hornets last year, they were able to get onto a winning streak late last year to get a decent seeding, and then we're able to get to the conference championship game. So just because their MEAC record is okay-ish right now, they lose their next 2 games, they're going to be at the bottom, and they have to face really good teams like Norfolk State or whoever will be the first seed. So that's great points you made. And this is a tune-up game, but you can't take Cheyney lightly. They don't want to lose this game because that definitely will hurt their confidence, like you were saying. But one thing you mentioned, attacking the basket, when we're going against a team that's 6'6" and lower, that's the best way to get to the rim. And we saw last game against South Carolina State, they could not hit from the outside. And the best way to make some outside shots is just to get a good, easy look at the rim, like you said. Just get a couple layups to go in. Can really help these guys' confidence. Devin Morgan's been struggling the last couple of games, so hopefully some knockdown shots, some made layups can help him build some momentum. And to go to your key players, I might have spoiled it already, but who are your key players today?
Key players for Cheyney, it's going to be Juwan Mullen. Leads the team in 14.4 points per game. He's their do-it-all guy. Had 23 points in their last game. They're coming off of a 69-65 loss. He's going to be key to them if they want to pull the upset today. It's going to start with Juwan Mullen getting going early and continuing to score often. As for Delaware State, Devin Morgan, their freshman point guard. Just a 5'10" kid playing Division I basketball. And as starting a point guard, that's the quarterback of your team. In a half-court team, point guard's the most important position on the floor. He's got to get out, call the plays, and get this team in good positions to score baskets. They were able to get some open looks against South Carolina State. Just couldn't get them to go. One of those things you chalk up to as one of those days. But Devin Morgan going to be key. Again, like we said, 5'10", but key for this basketball team, just a freshman. Get them in good position, get them in good opportunities for them to, again, get those early baskets, attack the basket. If he's able to do that and lead, and he needs to be the leader of this team. I know he's young, but if they're going to contend in the MEAC, you play a half-court offense, your point guard's got to be a leader of your basketball team. They're going to need Devin Morgan to do that. If he's able to do that today, get that confidence, again, going into their Florida road trip against Bethune-Cookman and Florida A&M. Delaware State's going to have a chance to win a couple of those games and get going in this conference. We saw them beat NCCU last Wednesday. That's a big win. NCCU, not the same team they've been, but still one of the teams everybody looks at in the MEAC to contend and maybe win this conference. Delaware State's beaten them already. But we know they can contend. We know they can play. Got to get that going, get it back here against Cheyney, head to Florida, get a couple of wins, come back home with a lot of confidence to win the MEAC.
And we'll continue the coverage right after the national anthem is performed. For the starting lineups for Cheyney, Amir Bailey will be there forward, number 4. Other forward will be Craig McGlon, number 32. Eugene Lett is their starting guard, number 1. Jawan Mullen, who was your key player, is number 11. And Rafiq Marshall, another good player for Cheyney University, is number 23. Head coach for the Cheyney Wolves is Dominique Stevens, and he is in his 8th season with the Wolves. And he will bring it out to Delaware State University Hornets. The forward for them will be Scott Seal, number 3. Number 35 will be Damola Onafade. Devin Morgan, who is your key player, is number 11. Dana Razor, another terrific athlete for the Hornets, is number 21. And Ty Hughes is number 35. As they're going to starting lineups and bringing everybody in, what do you want to see from this team in the first couple of minutes of the game?
I want to see them put the ball in the basket. We saw them going to the immediate timeout against South Carolina State. It was a 3-1 game. They have not made a field goal yet. Their only point was off of a free throw. Again, we talked about it, but it's going to be very, very important. They've got to get going offensively if they're going to have any chance going down to Florida Today's a game where they should win regardless. But if you want any confidence, you want to have any type of belief that you can win in this conference, it's going to start with today, getting their confidence back, get going. One of the guys I look to, they need to get going, Scott Sill. He's a big guy, can stretch the floor. He's a mismatch. Really, really struggled, especially early against South Carolina State. I believe if he would have made maybe just one or two of those shots, open looks he had early, could have been a completely different game against South Carolina State. He's a guy that I think they need to get going early. One change you notice from the starting lineup, DeAndre Haywood now going to come off the bench for Delaware State. Todd Hughes, the sophomore out of Smyrna, Delaware, is going to enter into the starting lineup. He's going to be big. I look for him. They've basically swapped roles now. DeAndre Haywood, one of the leading scorers for the leading scorer for Delaware State. Todd Hughes going to step into that role. Haywood going to come off the bench, maybe spark him there.
Yeah, a lot of times with a team that struggles offensively, it's normally not the starters, but their second string that can't really hold up their end of the bargain. So maybe that move can give these guys a lift on that second string when the second string does decide to come in. And here comes Devon Mallory with the tip, and he'll lose it. So the Cheyney Wolves will get the ball first, and it'll be Eugene Lett to set up the offense for the Wolves. And there's that key guy who gives it back to Lett.
Delaware State out early in the 3-2 zone. They like to do it. Put their three little guys around two big guys, Scott Sill and Devon Malroy down low.
And right now the length of the Hornets are bothering the Wolves. They're late into the shot clock, which is uncharacteristic for the Wolves. They like to shoot early and often. No good for McClung as he misses the easy lay-in.
Good defense. One change we noticed. Another one, Onifade wasn't out in warm-ups, we noticed. Reported in his starting lineups. Obviously not today. Devon Malroy, you got to wonder if something's up with Onifade. Didn't play very much in the second half against South Carolina State either. He's their leading block getter and leading rebounder.
And Mallory right on cue with the nice reverse layup. He was Delaware's player of the year last season, had 19 points and 11 boards in his senior year.
Delaware State also coming out in the press. Maybe another reason Onifade is not in the game.
And Eugene Lett, not known as a three-point shooter, knocks that one down. Was a wide open look, and he said, I'll knock those down if you're just not going to put a hand in my face.
And at 5'7", if you can knock him down from the outside, you'll attract defenders to you, and then you could go around and attack inside. Lett, that's big for him to get going.
Good ball movement by the Hornets, but a very bad air ball there by Devin Morgan, and hopefully this isn't a sign of things that will happen for him. He's been struggling as of late.
And you can see one of Delaware State's playing. Get Devon Malroy the ball right near the baseline. Let him create. He's a skilled offensive big man. He can knock him down if you let him.
Marshall no good, and it'll be Razor with the rebound. Hornets looking to run.
And maybe that's another thing Delaware State wants to try. Want to try and run. Hughes can't handle the pass.
Todd Hughes with the turnover looked to take off before he actually caught the ball there. So not a very good start by the Hornets. They got the reverse layup to go in, but then two bad possessions back to back.
But as I was saying, maybe, like I said, another thing Delaware State looking to do. Want to try and push the tempo. They needed to do that sooner in the South Carolina State game. Weren't able to do it. Couldn't make the comeback.
Craig McClung no good again, and then he'll get called for the offensive foul. Good job by Seal going straight up, contesting the shot and not fouling himself there as well.
You like Delaware State's interior defense here early with Al Onifade on the floor. Seal and Malroy doing a good job down low, protecting the rim.
Morgan running the offense here. Some nice high-low action. Mallory gets double teamed. Gets Hughes wide open for three, and he'll knock it down.
Delaware State doing a great job attacking the middle of the zone. Couple of possessions here. They've gone in the middle to Scott Sill. He's been able to make some good looks there. He finds Hughes open for the three.
And there's Juwan Mullen, and he'll take a contested three. In and out, Morgan with the nice rebound.
But you see the product out of C for Delaware, Juwan Mullen, not able to pull when he gets his look.
Hughes to Seal. Looks like Seal was pushed as he was going up for the layup. Nice find by Hughes, and good job by Seal cutting to the basket.
And these are the things you like to see. We talked about it. Get in the paint, get the ball down low, try and get some easy looks. Delaware State doing that early on.
And there's Razor. That's his shot.
And he's a guy that didn't get a lot of looks against South Carolina State. They're going to need him to take and make those shots if they're going to continue to score like they have early on.
Pass deflected. Good defense by the Hornets in that zone. You can see the Hornets' length is really bothering the Wolves. If they just can't get anything inside.
And the key to his zone is activity. And right there, Scott Sill being athletic, going after and getting into passing lanes.
Mullen will pull again. No good. Good rebound by the guard, Todd Hughes, and Morgan looking to run. Hughes will try another three. No good. Need a rebound as Razor, but then he just turns the ball over. That's a freshman mistake right there. All the way on the other end, Todd Hughes with the breakaway block, keeping the layup from going in. And Mallory, he'll get his shot rejected by McGlone. Kind of some hectic action that just happened very quickly. Hughes gets a block on one end, and McGlone answers right back. But do you like what you've seen before the first media break? You said the first 4 minutes was going to be huge for them. What are some things that you like so far for the Hornets?
Well, they put the ball in the basket, just what they needed to do. Got 8 points, had some open looks too. Todd Hughes missed the 3 ball. The 2 turnovers you don't like, but great thing to see Todd Hughes getting his opportunity to start, showing great effort, getting to the other end, getting the chase down block. Love that if you're Delaware State. Continue that. Don't take this game for granted. Just because Cheyney's a struggling Division II team doesn't mean they would love nothing more than to get this win. You love the effort from Delaware State, especially from key guys. Continue that. Put this game away early and get some guys deep on the bench some action. I think that's what Delaware State wants to do. We're off to a good start, defending, putting the ball in the basket, good ball movement, doing a lot of things well early. They can continue that. This should be a good game for them.
You spoke about it earlier during the game. You saw Devon Mallory get the ball inside. Looks like they're running some high-low action. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, Mallory's a key guy for him. As I said, a skilled big man. He can score. They need to get him in positions down low where he can score, where he can make things happen. As I said, he's athletic. I saw him play in high school. He has good post moves, can score, and he's athletic as well. He's got length. He's a tough guard, especially for a small team like Cheyney. They got to continue to do that, take advantage of their mismatches. They have a lot of them down low.
Razor will inbound the ball, and good play off the timeout, but no good. Mallory, and he'll get it again. Another time he's right on cue.
And Mallory, there we said, he's active on the glass, able to go up and get the bucket.
Let Marshall to Mallory, and he'll see what he can do, and no good. Actually, that was Mullen. He gets fouled before he can get his shot off.
Foul, that's going to be on Mallory. But Delaware State, again, good activity, flying around, moving to the ball. But again, good player like Juwan Mullen. He's going to get his looks, be able to get to the basket. Good take there by him.
Mallory played his high school basketball here in Delaware, so it's kind of a homecoming for him. Last time he was here, his Wolves lost 90-68. You know he wants to redeem himself in his team. He's been aggressive early on, but just 1 point to show for it, actually.
You know he wants to put on today, make Coach Walker, Coach Walker wasn't the head coach when Mullen came out of high school. I think it was Jackson at the time.
Morgan, another easy shot, no good. So a slow start for Morgan. He's 0 for 2.
And Morgan's guy I'd like to see get inside, maybe get to the free throw line. Got to get himself some easy looks to get himself going offensively.
And Mullen, he'll get the blocking foul, so he'll be able to go to the line for 2. And Mallory just a half a step late on that charge.
And you can see it. Coach Stevens really, really content, wants to let Juwan Mullen make things happen and attack this zone. Delaware State got to do a better job inside. Get your feet set, get in front of the play if you're going to take a charge.
So Artem Tavakalian, I'm going to have to work on that name. He played well against South Carolina State. We were talking before the game that you loved his activity last game and that you were expecting him to get some minutes, and he's the first substitution off the bench for the Hornets.
Absolutely, a high-energy guy, great player. He's a key player, I should say. Like I said, a lot of energy. He's a good player that's going to bring a lot to this Delaware State team. I love that Coach Walker's getting him early minutes to get himself involved in the game.
And Hughes just pointed at him because he missed him wide open underneath the baskets. Hot Hughes did.
And we saw him do it against South Carolina State. He finds opening. He will not stop running. He will get himself open.
Still misses the mid-range jumper. And Marshall trying to pick up the pace a little bit for the Wolves. Mallory, he has not been shy about taking his shot, and that floater will go in for him.
And Mullen, he's going to look for his shot, and he's making it early. That's key for Cheyney if they're going to, as I said, he's got him to get himself going. He's done that early. The Delaware State got to respond here soon.
Beautiful pass to Sill, and he'll knock down the long two-pointer.
Artem Tavakalian, great find there, gets inside, gets in the post, finds Scott Sill wide open for the easy jumper, and there's Sill, another guy we talked about. Get himself going, he knocks it down there.
Marshall, he gets fouled, may have taken an extra step before he got fouled, but the refs didn't call that one, so.
Well, I think we know what the game plan is for Cheyney. Attack the basket, just like we talked about one of the keys for Delaware State. Cheyney is doing that. And with Onifade, not sure if he's unhealthy, unavailable today, but he's their rim protector. If he's not in, you got to wonder who's going to do that for Delaware State. They've struggled to do it here early, and Cheyney taking advantage of it.
Already has 3 fouls, the Hornets does, because of the attacking nature by the Wolves, getting to the line early and often. And these 3 points are huge for an underdog team to be able to get some points without really any type of contest, just knocking these free throws down and also get the Hornets in foul trouble. Still thought about the 3.
Passed up a good look there. Maybe still a little gun shy after the South Carolina State game.
Hughes steps into a nice two-pointer.
Good confidence there from Hughes. Gets the open mid-range look, knocks it down. And again, you love that. A guy taking DeAndre Haywood's place in the starting lineup as a scorer. Does a good job there. Being confident, taking his shot.
Only 5 seconds left in the shot clock, so Lett has to make something happen. Nice moves. Finds Marshall, but good block by Hughes.
Great activity, great defense. The full 30 seconds there from Delaware State. Don't stop until you hear the buzzer. Hughes able to get the block.
Morgan, no good. Sill with a grown man rebound.
Good hustle there by Sill.
And we're going to get a loose ball foul as Hughes trying to get the rebound. Got pushed to the back by Rafiq Marshall.
And again, Devin Morgan, if I'm him, I'm getting inside. I got to attack the basket. Again, this is a smaller team where he can get to the paint and be able to get himself some good looks. Got to see the ball go through the basket if I'm Devin Morgan. Give myself some kind of opportunity.
And Coach Keith Walker using the bench early as Virgin Gasovic and Eric Dickerson are coming into the game for the first time. Dickerson is a knockdown three-point shooter, and Gasovic another big man with a nice solid touch around the rim.
We didn't see him at all against South Carolina State. Haven't seen him much this season. As Morgan was passing the ball to you and me over here, Derek.
I don't know what I think he heard me say that he missed a couple shots and he was mad. And he threw the ball right at our face, almost hit us.
I think he expected Hughes to be there. Hughes was cutting forward, but Morgan didn't expect it. Bad turnover there from Delaware State. Got to have better communication and chemistry on offense. And a beautiful thing I like, Eric Dickerson, 6'6" guy that has guard abilities, put him at the top of the zone, can really affect a lot of shots.
And that forces another deep shot, and Lett, not known for the three-point shot, misses it there.
And that's what happens when you have a 6'6" guy at the top of a 3-2 zone. He's going to do that.
Beautiful pass from Gasovic to Tavakalian. I'm really going to work on that name. I think I got it that time, and he'll make the lay-in.
And a couple of overseas guys having an impact on the game here.
And I love the ball movement that we're seeing from the Hornets right now. And there's another block by Gasovic and Tavakalian.
Taking advantage of their size there, and you said it, the ball movement's been key for Delaware State. Didn't see much of it against South Carolina State, a lot of stagnant offense standing around. Here we have movement without the ball and with the ball.
Tavakalian for three, no good, but a good find by Gasovic. And like you said, the ball movement has been beautiful so far for the Hornets. And if they continue to move the ball like that, they will continue to get some open looks, and those will fall in the future.
A lot more open looks than we saw against South Carolina State. That gives you confidence. Everything going well for Delaware State here early. Little inconsistencies here, and good, again, you give Cheyney credit. They're able to get inside and attack Delaware State. Something you look a little bit more from Delaware State, especially, as I'll continue to say, from Devin Morgan. Guy that needs to get himself confidence on the offensive end. Right now, struggling with the outside shot. Get inside, get a foul called on maybe, get a free throw, something, see the ball go through the basket. That's how you get yourself going offensively. As we got a couple of replays here.
And here just to show the ball movement that we've seen. Nice high-low action leads to the reverse lay-in. Nice look for Razor. And then once again, underneath the Mallory, they double team this time, and he'll just kick it out to Hughes. He'll make them pay. So this is the ball movement we've talked about, and it's working. Here's another good look at that double team. Mallory sees it, finds Hughes. They don't close out in time, and Hughes will make them pay. And then another time, down low, kicks out, inside-out type of game, and there's Scott Sale for the long two-point shot. And they just put it on a clinic right now, just good ball movement. They had three people trying to guard Tavakalian and leads to open jumper. And then Morgan passes out to Hughes, and he steps in for the nice jumper. All of those shots they were assisted on. And here's another one. Good, beautiful cut to the middle of the rim. And Tavakalian makes anybody pay if he goes unguarded.
Talked about it, it's been all about ball movement. They've done a good job of that early. Much better than what we saw against South Carolina State. Moving the ball around, getting a lot of guys involved. Done a good job early.
Jumper, no good. Khalil Carter had the rebound but stepped out of bounds. Also, we have Khalil Thomas in for the first time for the Hornets.
In for Devin Morgan, hoping maybe to get some more offensive production out of the point guard position. And it's surprising, Morgan, second on the team in points per game as Delaware State turns it over here.
Marshall can't get it to go. Hughes rushes the ball away from the rebound.
Delaware State's got the numbers.
And Tavakalian is having a very, very good first half. Very encouraging if you're Keith Walker that you can put this guy in and get this type of activity out of him.
I think you found another guy to come off the bench and get minutes. Tavakalian doing a great job, doing everything for Delaware State early. And you love the effort from Gasovic. Gasovic turned the ball over, didn't give up on the play, went back, got the block. A lazy pass there.
They're trying to push the ball up court, leading to some lazy passes like you said. But Hughes had a nice look, no good. Hughes again attacking the basket, and we'll see what the call is. It looks like it's going to be a blocking foul. Let's see who it was. It is going to be on, looks like it was on Michael Olfuse.
Gasovic and Tavakalian both showing a lot of effort. The overseas guys giving a lot of effort, trying to earn themselves playing time here for Delaware State for Coach Walker.
Exactly. Gasovic was starting to start the season, but kind of got put into Walker's doghouse. This is a chance in a non-conference game, kind of a tune-up game, for him to try to get back into Keith Walker's good graces.
It's an opportunity for a lot of guys, really, to get themselves going offensively and get themselves an opportunity to show Coach Walker that they deserve some more minutes.
Tavakalian, and he is just knocking down everything right now. And he's the person you talked about. You said he needs more minutes, and you can see why. And Gasovic with a nice block.
You can see both of them trying to earn their keep right now, trying to get themselves into the rotation for Coach Walker. But I said it, Tavakalian came in late against South Carolina State and really made an impact on the game. It was too little too late. But he was a guy that was everywhere getting rebounds, block shots, and getting a couple baskets. One of the few guys that was attacking the basket in that game against South Carolina State.
Basir Fullman with the ball. He just checked in. See if he can generate some offense. And Michael Ufuse will miss the corner three. Looks like we're going to get a loose ball foul
on Thomas. Another thing, one of the keys to the game for Delaware State was control the glass. They've also done a good job of that today. Again, doing a lot of things really well. As this game gets going, I expect them to pull away.
Carter no good with the floater. Need a rebound, and Carter will get his own rebound after it got tipped around a little bit. Jumper no good for Amir Bailey.
There we go, slow it down in the half court. Maybe, like I said, we're going to see Khalid Thomas. He's going to try and get things going for him offensively in the half court.
Here's that inside-outside game. Leads to an open Dickerson three, and he'll knock it down.
Great find from Gasevich, one side of the court to the other to find Eric Dickerson. As I said, a 6'6" guy with guard skills. He can knock him down from long, long range. Able to do that there. Reward Gasevich for the find.
Ofuse thinking about it. Fulmore trying to make a move happen. Good defense here by the Hornets on the perimeter. Once again, slowing down this Wolves team that likes to get up and down. They're playing right into the Hornets' hands with this slow basketball game right now. And there, it's a knockdown shot by Kalias Carter. And he'll knock down a three.
And Delaware State switched to a 2-3 zone, and they pay for it immediately. Kalias Carter knocks down the three ball.
Gasovic, right hook, no good. Didn't even touch the rim.
A little aggressive there early in the shot clock. No need for that shot.
Mullen, wild shot. We'll have a jump ball. Possession arrow will remain with the Wolves.
As you said, jump ball. Good effort there from Kazir Fulmore and Juwan Mullen to get in to Tavakalian's hands, get the jump ball, and going to result in Cheyney's possession here under their basket. And we saw Delaware State against South Carolina State really struggled in the zone defending the under the basket inbound. South Carolina State had a couple of inbound or impact plays.
And now
Delaware State's corrected, or the refs corrected. It's going to be possession Delaware State. But they struggled to defend that under the basket inbounds pass against South Carolina State.
Jason Owens, who was just checked into the game, the senior, helping to break the press.
Another guy we didn't see against South Carolina State.
Gasovic at just a bad pass, but it's not a turnover. They're trying to have him operate in a high post situation. Tava Khalid goes up and he'll finish it. Not the traditional dunk, but it works. It still counts as two.
If Coach Walker does not have this guy in the rotation when they go down on this road trip, I will be shocked. I was a little critical of him for the way he performed, or for the way he coached at the end of the game against South Carolina State, not really changing a lot offensively despite the struggles. Tavakalian has absolutely earned playing time, in my opinion. We don't see him more often in big MEAC games. I'll be shocked.
Yeah, Tavakalian just showing his athleticism, showing the range, showing the defense, showing the energy, the effort. Here's the replay. Nice drive. They stepped up too much, and he just finished with authority.
And
40 nice and one.
Our number one key to the game, attack the basket. Tavakalian, one of the biggest guys doing that, gets the ball, and if he's got the lane, he's going after the basket. You love to see it. Doing a great job, doing everything well for Delaware State. Effort, intensity, hustle. Tavakalian, you can tell, he knows his playing time's up in the air, not taking today for granted. As we get the stats here, Tavakalian, 8 points early on for Tavakalian. You love to see that. Like I said, a guy just trying to earn his keep, earn playing time, doing that between the South Carolina State second half and again early today.
And not just the points, also 3 rebounds, which shows that effort and energy we were talking about. He's only 6'5", 6'6", but he's leading the team in rebounds.
20 rebounds for Delaware State to 8 for Cheyney. Plus 12 rebounding margin, taking advantage of their height or their size differential, their size advantage. And they're doing a great job. Again, everything that they should be doing well today, they are so far early on. And it's got them out to a 12-point lead here, just under 8 minutes to go in the first half, and a chance to make it 13.
Exactly, and one of the other keys you talked about, like I said, attacking the basket, 10 points in the paint. They're dominating every facet, every key to the game that you mentioned. And it seemed like did you know the game plan coming in or something? How were you able to figure all of this out?
You know, I wish I did. Maybe I should start talking to Coach Walker before the game. Both of us in sync here early on. And we're up 13 early on.
Carter, another 3, no good. Dickerson with the rebound.
You can see Cheyney, Delaware State with this lineup in the 2-3 zone. Starting to get some open looks. If they can knock him down, we know it. 3-pointers can shrink a lead really quickly. Cheyney can start knocking some of those down, continue to get their open looks. They can close the gap.
Waller, no good. He just checked into the game. Fulmore on the break, trying to finish over the length. And they're going to call a foul on Jason Owens. Owens kind of was up straight and down. Don't know about that call.
Looked like a good call. Looked to me like he was still moving his feet. You got to be setting in position. Didn't look to me like Owens was. As we have the Hornet and maybe one of his new friends right behind us.
Basir Fullman is a 91% free throw shooter on the season. And Hill shows why, knocking that one down. Right now the score is 26-14 with 7 minutes left in the first half. So a rare miss for Fullman. Waller out to Dickerson for 3, in and out. Another loose ball foul. Let's see who it's going to be on. I think it's going to be another foul on Owens.
But Delaware State, good job there. I like the push and the tempo. Cheyney wants to press. Delaware State going to run, try and get out ahead and get an easy look. Had a look there for Dickerson and in and out. But I like it. Delaware State not only showing good half-court offense, but showing diversity in their offense, willing to go fast today.
The Hornets have to watch out because now I believe they're in a penalty after that last foul. And that's unfortunate for Khalil Thomas. He's about 25, 26 feet away from the basket before that foul was committed.
And again, a good way to let a team back into a game. Let them get free throw opportunities. Now, every time Cheyney's fouled, they're going to go to the line. But if you're Delaware State, continue to be cautious because they're not in the double bonus yet.
Carter makes the first one of the 1-and-1. He's a 79% free throw shooter. Kind of a streaky guy, shooting 40% on the season, 35% from three-point range.
Cheyney,
and out the second one.
Cheyney continuing to go 1 of 2, not taking full advantage of their opportunity to close the gap. Delaware State continuing to do a great job breaking the press.
Terrific job, as you mentioned. The best way to beat the press is to get that first pass right in the middle of the court. They did a perfect job there.
Then Morgan finds Tavakalian, gets Delaware State the numbers in the half court, and they're able to get the open look, get the lead back to 13.
Mullen for 3.
And that play sparked with Amir Bailey. Picks Tavakalian. Tavakalian not able to get out to the shooter. It gives Mullen a wide open look, and we know he's going to make those when he gets them.
Morgan just getting the ball passed before an 8-second violation, but they turn the ball over. Mullen will finish with a nice lefty lay-in. Good assist by Carter on a fast break.
And Owens, a poor pass there. Know you got the press, but throws it right over top of Morgan's head. And Cheyney able to convert on the other end.
Tavakalian out to Owens. Owens doesn't get the bucket, but will go to the line for 2.
On that one, not sure if foot was on the
in the restricted area, it looked like.
There it is.
I got you.
That's what
teammates do,
Couldn't
man.
think of the word. The restricted area might have been the reason because it looked like the defender was set before Owens could win up for the bucket. Might have been the reason for the block.
Owens knocking down the first of 2 free throws. Owens and Juwan Mullen both played at Seaford High School. So only 1 for 2. Hornets up 9 with just over 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
Some guys must be allergic to the second free throw today. Nobody able to knock a second free throw down.
Fight for a rebound. Waller had it, then lost it. And good bucket there. Looks like it's going to be Pasir Foreman with the air one. Terrific resilience by the Wolves. Just continue to attack the glass, and they finally finish one in the paint.
You said a poor job from Delaware State there boxing out. We talk about it a lot with the girls and the men playing in a zone defense. It's a product of it. You're not playing man-to-man, so you're not always going to be able to locate and box out Delaware State. Not able to do it there, and it results in an N1 for Cheyney.
So Cheyney, even though the Hornets have played almost a perfect first half, they're only down 6.
Delaware State, not a great defensive half. Cheyney been able to get their open looks, and they've made them, gotten to the free throw line a lot. Delaware State doing a poor job on the defensive end, as good as they've been on the offensive end. Not doing a good job on the defensive side.
Waller for 3.
We can continue to see it. Good job on the offensive end. Get it to the middle of the zone. Derek Dickerson finds Waller. Waller knocks down the open 3.
Carter gets a bailout foul, I think. They're going to call it, trying to figure out who they're going to call that on. Carter was kind of out of control, but they call a 3rd foul on Jason Owens.
That's going to result likely in him coming out of the game. But I like the adjustment to put Tavakalian at the top of the key and not allow the free runners and free drivers for Cheyney to get it, try and attack the basket. Tavakalian going to help try and prevent that. As I said, Hughes going to come in for Owen. And now a really, really small lineup for Delaware State. Eric Dickerson, I believe, at 6'6", biggest player on the floor for Delaware State.
And Carter knocking down both of his free throws, so just a 7-point game. And this Wolves 2-2-1 press has really been giving the Hornets some difficulty.
At Delaware State, you see it. A lot of guys just running away from the ball against the press. You got to get to the ball.
Dickerson always ready to shoot the 3, and he'll knock it down another one.
And Delaware State, despite the defensive struggles, continuing to show good offense.
Mullen, no good. Bailey, no good. Need a rebound, and it'll be the smallest person on the Hornets with Morgan, and he's looking to push the ball up the court. Dickerson again, and he's feeling it.
And Devin Morgan, you love that. When your point guard gets a rebound, it's almost an automatic run situation. Morgan picks it up, heads down the floor, creates, finds Dickerson wide open for the corner 3. Great job. Again, continuing to show good offense from Delaware State.
Mullen's already looking to shoot. Knocks it down. He's always looking for that 3-point shot.
Delaware State not doing a good job locating. Best player on the floor for Cheyney. Got to find him.
Dickerson again. The heat check no good. Waller, nice rebound. Floater can't get it to fall. Fillmore looking to run for the Wolves. Fillmore getting a little too cute, but somehow they still get the ball in another and 1 opportunity. Bailey with a nice lay-in to get the hoop into harm. He'll try to make it just a 7-point game.
And that all starts because Waller unable to make what was an easy bucket. Got to make those. We saw him miss a lot of them against South Carolina State. They're doing a good job, better job on offense today. But that's the kind of bucket you got to make. As you see, here's Morgan in the push, or in the fast break offense. Finds Dickerson for the open three. Here's Dickerson creating from the foul line. Gets the open man. Tabakali, and there he is, the effort. Always doing the right thing, always around the ball. Here he's finding Owens, breaking the press. Here it is again, Tabakali, and in the right place, able to gather the loose ball. But if you're Delaware State, love everything they've done offensively. Problem is, defensively, not doing a good job. Mullen, best player on the floor for Cheyney, already got 10 points. Leading scorer in this game. As for Delaware State, Dickerson's got 9 and Tabakalian. Dickerson all coming off the 3 threes. Tabakalian's meanwhile all off of effort plays. For Delaware State, though, I think the one thing you got to do, have to locate Juwan Mullen on the defensive end. He's killing you right now. It's hurting them. It's the reason that they're not running away with this game, because they've been unable to locate Juwan Mullen on the defensive end.
Exactly, and Juwan Mullen had 23 points in his last outing, and we can see exactly why he's their leading scorer. He just is so aggressive, always looking to shoot, and has a nice lefty-looking jumper. He's 4 for 9 from the floor, 2 for 5 from 3, for a total of 13 points.
Well, we have it right here. Delaware State, 53.6 shooting today from the field. Outstanding job, 50% from beyond the arc. The problem is, Cheyney has 10 points off of free throws, been to the line 12 times, made 10 of them at 83%. Have another one here. Cheyney only 24% from the field, but 4 of 12 from 3, 10 of 12 from the line. That's kept them in this game.
And for a smaller team, they're getting a lot of second chance opportunities, especially in the last couple of possessions.
And we've seen it. Delaware State went small. Cheyney's responded, winning the small ball game because they're so used to it.
Morgan just cannot buy a basket right now. And the missed 3 leads to a fast break opportunity for the Wolves, but they missed the bunny. McGlone playing cleanup there, getting the rebound.
McGlone with his offensive board and putback bails out Fulmore and Mullen. They were not hustling up the floor. Thought it was a given that the easy basket was coming.
Mullen missed a steal, and that leads to Waller getting a free run at the basket, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2 after the foul.
Easy foul call there. And Fulmore did a good job off the turnover to get the rebound and get a good outlet pass down the floor. But you got to follow it, got to hustle. Nothing's given in this game. You got to continue to hustle. You see Tavakalian going to come off the floor for Scott Sill. Love the minutes and effort Tavakalian gave you if you're Delaware State. Big reason they're ahead in this game.
Yeah, he had a terrific first half and definitely earned some more minutes out of Keith Walker.
6 turnovers for Delaware State, 11 assists. You like that. You got to do a better job not turning the ball over. Cheyney's presses caused a lot of that.
Fulmore draws another blocking foul. Waller tried to take the charge. I thought he may have been there, but those charged blocking fouls are just so hard to call nowadays because the game moves so fast.
That's one thing most refs will tell you. They have to be sure that it was a charge in order for them to call it.
Exactly. They want to give the offensive player that advantage.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about it against South Carolina State. Fans love offense. We didn't see any of it last game. Seen a lot of it today. Cheyney continuing to do a good job to get to the line. Now they're in the double bonus. Still 2 minutes and some change left. Cheyney has a real opportunity to cut in this lead if your Coach Walker has only gave up 56 points to South Carolina State, one of the best offensive teams in the MEAC on Saturday. Now 34 points for the Cheyney Wolves here in the first half. Still time left. Don't like that if you're Delaware State.
And Cheyney cuts the lead down to 5 points with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left. The press has given the Hornets some difficulty. It really disrupted their offensive rhythm that they had early in the game. Dangerous pass by Waller put Morgan in a bad situation, but he gets bailed out by the foul.
Delaware State now finds themselves in the bonus. Only 3 for 4 today from the line, not nearly as many opportunities as Cheyney has. And as we said, as we'll continue to say, that's what's kept Cheyney in this ball game. Only shooting 28% from the field, but 11 of 13 from the line. That'll keep you in a lot of games.
Morgan misses the front end of the 1 of 1. Good ball movement by the Wolves, but Hughes with the rejection. Didn't see the call. I'm guessing somebody knocked over Carter.
And again, with Delaware State into double bonus, that's going to send Cheyney to the line with another opportunity to cut this lead. We're looking at a real possibility of Cheyney being right there at halftime. Despite the great first quarter Delaware State's had, they've really struggled defensively. Cheyney's taking full advantage of it, making their free throws.
And Cheyney, they're a Division II school, but they're not scared of the Hornets. They've actually beat the Hornets 8 times of their 11 meetings. So there's no fear against going against these Delaware State Hornets. Mullen, lefty floater, gets it to go. Tough shot. He's making a lot of different type of shots so far in this first half.
And Juwan Mullen, we talked about it, wanted to make Delaware State pay for not bringing him here, and he's done that early on. He's having a big first half. 15 points now for Juwan Mullen, already past his season average.
Morgan just cannot buy a basket, had an open look, couldn't get it to go. And Mullen, he's looking like he's ready to attack. Beautiful Euro step into the lane, going coast to coast for the finish.
And Delaware State been really, really lazy as well in the defensive end. As much effort as we see them put in sometimes, very, very minimal effort today. I think Gasevich, who is going to check in, and Tavakali, and they got to get a lot of minutes here in the second half. They're two guys that have given a lot of effort. And the team was up 13 points with the two of them on the floor. Coach has brought them off, and Cheyney has slowly chipped away at the lead. Now just a 1-point game.
And Carter almost gets the turnover on the inbound.
Second time in a row they've done that. Fulmore nearly had a turnover forced on the last inbounds pass. Delaware State just gotten really, really sloppy as Cheyney continues to put the pressure on and the pedal to the metal.
And another steal.
Cheyney has turned their press all the way up, and it's caused a lot of problems for Delaware State.
Mullen couldn't knock down the three, but just a great effort here by the Wolves. It looks like Fulmore will go to the line off of a loose ball foul.
And they call foul on Morgan, and I'm not sure about that one. It looked like Fulmer was pushing Morgan to the ground, but they're going to call a hold on Morgan. I think Morgan was just trying not to fall down. Fulmer had his arm. It was pushing him to the ground.
And Morgan going straight to the referee and probably saying the exact same thing you were saying.
As Cheyney now with this free throw from Fulmore can take the lead. With just under a minute to go, and I fully expect them to continue to press because Delaware State has had no answer for it.
The score is tied with just under a minute left. And like I said,
get it across.
Hornets struggling to get it across. They finally do.
And you hear the fans getting really into this game, trying to encourage the Delaware State Hornets to get some energy going.
Morgan for three, just cannot get it to go. Nice job following his own miss. And looks like we're going to get another blocking foul.
Finally, Devin Morgan's going to get to the free throw line. Love the effort to follow his shot, get the offensive rebound, and now he's going to get to the free throw line, and these are big to me. For Devin Morgan, these are huge. As we keep saying, cannot buy a basket. free throws are opportunities. A lot of scorers would tell you they love getting to the free throw line early to get themselves going. Morgan, you'd love to see him make both of these and hopefully get some confidence just to see the ball go through the basket. And it looks like with 30.5 seconds to go, Cheyney probably going to try and hold for the last shot. And I would be willing to bet that shot's going to come from Juwan Mullen.
They're running a little bit of motion offense. They probably, like you said, will hold for the last shot. Ten seconds left on the shot clock, so they're starting to move, and we got a Carter three. No good.
Probably a good call there on Gasevich on the push-off. But unfortunately, that's going to send Cheyney to the line again with an opportunity to tie the game. With Delaware State 5.5 seconds to go, they're going to have an opportunity to get a basket to end the first half. But one of the things I haven't, Coach Walker, correct me if I'm wrong, Coach Walker hasn't called a timeout yet in this game. It's a Division I team. This is a tune-up game it's supposed to be. Cheyney's going to call the timeout here. Coach Walker still hasn't. Your team is struggling defensively, not doing anything well on that side of the ball, and yet we have not seen Coach Walker use one timeout to get on his guys. I just don't understand some of the things he's done here in the past two games. As well as he coached against NCCU to get that team the win, made very, very minimal adjustments against South Carolina State. And again today, team struggling. And it doesn't look like he's tried to light a fire under him. Again, there are guys I would have on the floor right now. I would have all my hustle guys on the floor right now. Send a message to my starters that the effort they put in, especially in the defensive end, has not been good enough. And it's got them now in a dogfight going into halftime.
So Craig McGlong headed to the free throw line, looking to give the Wolverines, not the Wolverines, the Wolves the lead.
And again, the press is on. They're going to get McGlond off the floor to help keep that press on. Delaware State got to get it inbounded. They've struggled against this press.
And a bad foul there by Eugene Lett, being a little too aggressive. Needs to know time and possession here, because that foul with just 3.6 seconds left puts Ty Hughes to the line.
I agree, not a good foul, not a smart play. But these referees not letting these guys play. I've seen a lot of blocking calls, which sometimes you have to make, but that was a call. Both guys just going for the ball. Didn't seem to be hard contact there. I don't think the foul call was necessary. They've called a lot of fouls in this game. And we've seen more free throws than we see maybe in full games here in this first half. Both teams been to the line a lot now, both in a double bonus. Delaware State just a lot later to get to it.
Hughes makes both, so just 3 seconds left. Mullins for three. No good, would have counted. Scores 44-42, and like you said, this is a dogfight. At first, the Hornets looked like they were going to really just pull away like they did last year. That is not the case. They're struggling, especially against the press. What do they need to do in the second half to get their offense back on track?
Well, offensively, I think they're okay. The problem was they couldn't beat the press. They couldn't get themselves into good offensive situations because they couldn't beat the press. And when they didn't have a lot of time, didn't have as much time as they would have liked to set up their offense and go. Really poor close to the first half. Delaware State got up to as much as a 13-point lead. Struggled to make it any more than that, and Cheyney cut into the lead big time. One thing we didn't see, DeAndre Haywood not on the floor at all in the first half. Not sure what's going on with that. But Delaware State defensively is where I think the adjustments need to come, and it's going to start with effort. Nobody other than Tabakalian and Gasevich putting in big-time effort and it's got Cheyney in this ball game. Cheyney taking advantage of free throw opportunities, making threes, and Juwan Mullen being a do-it-all offensive player for Cheyney, and it's got him right in this game.
We'll be back with more coverage when the second half starts. Thank you for tuning in to WDSU-TV. Right now the score is 44-42, Delaware State University with the lead going into halftime.
New York, Al Sharpton, they all retweeted him, so go check him out. But you know, we're getting ready with this halftime experience. Halftime, we shoot for this money. Pull out your blue tickets. Get your blue tickets out. I need somebody to do the drawing. You want to play tickets? You want to do the drawing? You want to pick the number? Come on, cousin. Let me drop the ticket there. Alright, we got number 6942168. Now, a little bit of a difference because this game promotion is going to be for head court. 6942168. You know what? Special occasion. Normally we can't do this, but since we're shooting for a different prize, I'm gonna go ahead and pick another number. Hold on, what's your number? She gonna drop the ticket. She gonna drop the ticket. I'm gonna read the number one more time. 6942168. Ain't nobody. Give me another ticket. Put that. 6941756. Anybody? One more time. 6941756. Anybody? Man, who wants you to have no shot? Give me that ticket. Hey, this is what I need. I need blue guy and blue guy to pick out two people right now. Also, I need two people for the ground pizza. Who wants all cheese pizza today? Who wants that orange pizza? Come on, you want to do it? I can't pick a shot, I'm picking a pizza. Who wants the pizza? Anybody? Come on. No, you. Yeah, you got to win your family.
She is always in my corner, right there. All these other girls are tempting, but I'm empty when you're gone. They say, babe.
I got two old heads, right? Good luck, I see you over here. Today, we got families. Now, normally you kids, but what you gotta do? You see these boxes on the ground? Now, it's too late. Y'all grown men. We'll treat y'all like the kids today. Now, it's some free love pizza for your kids. They got three little big boys. All right, now, what you gotta do is, you gotta open the box up, and whatever box says, this box is the winner right there, you gotta take that box, get all the other boxes, put them on top of each other, and put them underneath the basket. That's easy, right? You got that side, good brother, that side head court, you on this side.
All these other girls are tempting, but I'm empty when you're gone. They
You
say,
ready? You ready? Go! James on there, let's go James up. Let's go James up. That takes longer than the kids. That's it, good brother. Take it all other boxes. You ready? You talk, now he talking all that trash. Yo, Sean, pick me. Yo, pick me. Now you got it, boy. I promise you I'm It look good for the airball. Alright, come on, go. Come on. What you doing? Just sitting down. I need one more. Come on, Marcus, let's go. Yeah, I saw it that 1 minute. Listen, if you step over the line anytime in this qualifier,
Sorry for the way that's friendly. I got was trying to end it all. I spilled all my emotions tonight. I'm sorry. Rolling.
I said if you step over the line anytime in this qualifier. Alright, I can show you that one, Mark. What kid am I thinking? See you later. Come on, I got 30 seconds. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. You gotta run. You gotta run. Don't fall. Don't land at you. Hustle. Hustle. Keep it running. You got 15 seconds. Let me see what you got. Oh! That's a good try. I see that close with all the guys. Good job, baby girl. Put your hands, let's go! Who we at? Who from the islands? Anybody from Barbados? Jamaica! Put up! Put up! Let's go! Let's go! Big hands, 1, 2! We're gonna party for the next 5 minutes. What's with me at? Don't forget we got Grandma's Pizza right outside. Grandma's Pizza right now. Fresh one. Hot pies. Let's go! Shout out to the Postal Store. Keep the hands, my man.
The Hornets are up 44-42 going into the second half. Looking at the stats, what are some things that you're impressed by, and what are some things that the Hornets need to work on?
Well, we talked about them needing to get going offensively. 45% from the field, 40% from three-point land, 80% from the free throw land. All great stats. Proud of them. 8 turnovers, and they've sent Cheyney to the line 19 times. Cheyney done a great job converting on those, 16 of 19 in this game. Delaware State needs more effort and intensity on the defensive end.
Cheyney gets the ball to start the second half. Let to Marshall. Another great block by Hughes. I think that's his third of the game. Here's the replay.
That effort and intensity we talked about as we see Todd Hughes again with that block. That's the effort that they need, and Coach Walker might have talked to him about that. We see an early sign of that effort.
Last touch by the Wolves. So good defensive possession for the Hornets. Morgan and Hughes, they're trying to get the ball back inside.
And we see Tavakalian, one of the big effort guys on this team, out here early to start the second half.
Hughes. Looks like a hand check foul by Juwan Mullen.
And again, these refs not afraid to make the calls. Started again here early in the second half. Good Delaware State. DeAndre Haywood going to make his first appearance of the game. He started here in the second half. For Delaware State, one other thing they have to do, create turnovers. They had 0 forced turnovers here in that first half.
And Haywood, his first shot is no good. McGlung with the rebound, he gets fouled. Looks like the foul is on Tavakalian. So here comes the pressure, picking up at half court.
And Delaware State has switched to a man here as well to try and stop Cheyney from hitting the three-point shots.
McGlung, no good. Mullins with a nice rebound. And good active hands leads to the turnover. Hornets pushing the ball up court, and Tavakalian, no good.
And we see Delaware State here early in the second half, putting in that effort, the defensive effort we talked about. They've gone to a man-to-man, trying to lock down Juwan Mullen, who we talked about, 17 points in the first half. Great first half for him. They're going to try and go to man-to-man to try and shut him down.
Exactly, and now that they have Haywood in for the second half, he's more of a lockdown guard, so they're able to play more man-to-man with him in the game. And Tavakalian again knocks down a mid-range jumper.
Tavakalian has such a knack and an instinct to find the open spot, whether it be in a zone, as we get a foul here.
And Haywood has to adjust, knowing that this is not a game where a lot of hand contact will be used.
And that's one of the problems he's going to have getting acclimated to the game. Didn't play at all in the first half. Got to get a feel for what's going on here, especially on the defensive side of the ball, as you talked about, with as many fouls that have been called.
And McGlung just took a big-time hit on Morgan with a moving screen, and Morgan's more mad at his teammates for not calling it out. He took a huge hit from the shoulder of McGlung to his face, so he's, of course, upset about that. Tavakalian again. And he's just getting anything he wants in the paint right now.
He continues to attack.
And nice find to find Amir Bailey for the lay-in.
And stayed aggressive there at the top of the key.
Haywood. No good on the lay-in. The Wolves looking to run in transition. Mullins Another beautiful but there's Hughes again with another rejection. That's his 4th block of the game.
Todd Hughes giving the effort everywhere on the floor, especially on the defensive end. Another, as you talked about, that's his 3rd impact block of this game. And Cheyney, just the 1 bucket so far here in the second half, and it was a result of Delaware State hustling to try and get out to the outside as Todd Hughes knocks down a jumper, rewarded for his good defense on the other end.
And Todd Hughes came out playing with a lot of energy offensively and on the defensive side of the ball.
And they need it.
Floorboard no good. Floorboard is put in by Haywood.
And good defense there by Eugene Lett to get back, stop the ball, and force Delaware State to slow down as we get a turnover here.
Hughes just a little bit too careless with the ball there. And there's a double team on Mullins. He's able to escape.
A good job there from Haywood to pick up Mullen, knowing Malroy on him was a mismatch.
Nice job finding Bailey once again underneath for the layup.
You said it, Cheyney continuing to find Amir Bailey behind the defense right there along the baseline. Your Delaware State man-to-man defense. Got to stay with your man. Find your man and stay with him.
Morgan for 3. And that's what we've been asking. That's what we've been wanting. Nothing but 9-line for Devin Morgan. That's his first 3 of the game. He leads the Hornets.
And it comes off of the free throws he made there late in the first half. That very well may have given him the confidence to find his stroke again. And you'd love to see that after Delaware State.
One more. Another blocking foul will be called. And it looks like it's going to be on Todd Hughes. So we're going to show some replays here of the first 3.5 minutes of action.
What you're going to see in these replays, a lot of effort from Delaware State, specifically Todd Hughes coming up with some big blocks. But Tavakalian and Todd Hughes have come out here in this second half, showing the effort, showing that this is not just a tune-up. Cheyney has come to play, and Delaware State's got to put on here, do a better job in the second half, especially on the defensive end. Devin Morgan knocking down that 3. Good to see him get going shooting-wise. If he can get another one going, might be big for him. But Delaware State continue to play with the effort they have on the defensive end. Only allowed 2 baskets in those first 4 minutes. And they were both the result of them just losing track of Amir Bailey. Yeah. Keep your tabs on him. But Delaware State, I like the early signs here in the second half.
They were able to stretch the lead out to 7. They led as many as 13 in the middle of that first half before the Cheyney Wolves were able to make a run.
Tavakalia now up to 13 points in this game. Not typically a scorer, but when you put in the effort that he does, you're going to get rewarded a lot. He has been in this game. And again, leading scorer for him. The thing you like from Delaware State, they've been very balanced. Todd Hughes has 9. Eric Dickerson has 9. Kevon Waller, he has 5 points. As we said, Tavakalian with the 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Doing a lot of things well for Delaware State.
Fulmore, 91% free throw shooter coming into today's game.
That's Bailey's 8th point with this free throw. Going to be looking for his 9th. Going to try and be the second guy in the double figures for Cheyney. But Cheyney, every time we like what we see from Delaware State, Cheyney's been able to do something. And mostly it's been get to the free throw line. But they continue to hang around. And the best way to get upset is to let the underdog hang around in a game like this.
Tavakalian with a nice crossover. Couldn't finish the finger roll. Mallory gets it and he gets fouled.
I think Tavakalian was anticipating the contact there from Amir Bailey. Didn't go up as strong as he would have liked, but good effort from Malroy to clean it up.
And Mallory, who had a very good early first portion of the first half, is back into the game.
Mauro is one of the guys that came off the bench against South Carolina State and sparked the team early. Was able to get a couple quick buckets, but couldn't sustain it.
He'll knock down one of 2 free throws. Here's Fulmore on the other end. Finds Carter. Carter in the crowd turns it over. And here's the Hornets out on the break. To Vakalian. To Mallory. He'll finish with a nice lay-in.
And 5-on-1. Pretty easy conversion there for Delaware State. Good job there to find Malroy for the easy lay-in.
Fulmore. Nice move. Finds Bailey. No good. Savakalian has it, and we'll get it out to Haywood.
And Delaware State, I like what I see early on here. Playing good defense. I think you got to really try and get out in transition. I'd be worried about defense first and foremost, but try and get out in transition.
2-on-1 break for the Wolves. Beautiful move by Lett.
And another turnover there from Delaware State. Cannot continue to do that. Cheyney, we talk about a team with not a lot of length, not a lot of size, yet still give them credit, creating a lot of turnovers, but sloppy on that end for Delaware State.
Hughes, 3, no good.
Delaware State now up to 9 turnovers.
Another hard screen. Sends Morgan to the ground. He's looking for somebody just to call those screens out for him.
Yeah, he's taking a big-time punishment in this game.
Mallory, another good touch off the glass, and good find by Haywood.
A good job there for Malroy. Good footwork there, able to create himself an easy angle for the lay-in. Delaware State back in a 3-2 zone.
Bailey with the travel.
And a good call there, and an 8-point lead now for Delaware State. Dickerson going to come in for Todd Hughes. Or, excuse me.
So Dickerson comes in for Haywood there.
Looks like there was a mix-up from Coach Walker. Initially, Todd Hughes was coming off. Good decision, though, to keep Todd Hughes on the floor. Been giving you a lot of effort and a lot of big plays. Don't want to take him off the floor right now.
Mallory wants it down low. Not a good entry pass. He still gets it. Morgan will take it himself. No good. Morgan has to be a little bit more unselfish. He has Dickerson wide open in the corner, and he already knocked down 3 3-pointers.
Took the words right out of my mouth. You love the aggressiveness from Devin Morgan, but at the same time, find the open guy. That's what your job as a point guard. As Tavakalian continuing to make points look easy in this basketball game.
And Mullen, who's been quiet so far, mid-range, and he's not quiet anymore. He has a nice lefty jumper.
Smooth lefty jumper there. He's shown it a lot in this game. And he's a big reason that Cheyney's still in this game.
He has a game-high 19 points. Tavakalia once again wants to do work. Found Mallory, but he couldn't hold on to the pass.
Cheyney, good job there to get in the passing lane and create the turnover. Another one by Delaware State.
Carter for 3. No good. And a loose ball foul. Looks like it's going to be. Yep. Actually, they're going to call it on Michael Uzfe. So Vakalia will go to the free throw line on the 1-and-1.
Delaware State already in the bonus here in this second half. Got to take advantage of that. Make your free throws. But Delaware State, considering already being in the bonus, good chance for them to try and get away here midway through the second half.
And Tavakalian trying to double on his previous career high of 8.
I believe that's 17 now for Tavakalian with both made free throws. They're going to take him off the floor. Waller going to come on for Delaware State.
Fulmore, difficult pass, good defense by the Hornets.
Good effort from Devin Morgan, though, down low, not allowing the entry pass. Delaware State done a much better job here in the second half. Eric Dickerson with the big block. Delaware State, I was just about to say it. Much better job here in the second half with their effort. Dickerson showing it there. That's what a 6'6" guy with length can bring you.
Morgan harassing Lett here. And another ticky-tack foul. Those are the type of fouls that have been called consistently, so can't get mad when it happens on the defensive side for the Hornets.
You said it, a ticky-tack foul. They've been calling them all game long for Delaware State. Just got to be disciplined. But I think you got to continue to play your defense, play physical, give a lot of effort. That's the only way you're going to stop Cheyney.
And Morgan with a good rebound.
Good outlet, but Dickerson passes up the 3, slow down the offense, get a better look.
Dickerson thinking about the 3, just can't get open. Morgan, beautiful move. Finds Waller, short corner jumper, and he'll knock it down.
And Devin Morgan, we've talked about his shooting struggles, but that's something you love to see out of your point guard. Great move, great crossover, and then finds Waller. Good help defense there from Cheyney, but that's the result. Morgan's great drive.
Mullins with a hand all over in his face. He just knocks it down. He has a terrific mid-range game.
And Todd Hughes, good defense there, but when a shooter's going like Mullen is, he's going to knock some of those down, and he was able to there. He's not letting Cheyney fall too far behind in this game. Give Mullen a lot of credit.
Hughes trying to answer right back, in and out. And Mallory, for some reason, just commits really just a bad foul. He was trying to get the tie up, but you can't wrap around somebody's back.
And Coach Walker all over Mallory, felt like he was only on the ball. But they're going to call a foul on Cheyney. But again, another immediate timeout, and we like what we've seen from Delaware State, a lot more effort and intensity on the defensive end. It's got them back up by 10 points here with a 64-54 lead. I think you continue to do the things you're doing in the second half, but they've got to clean up the turnovers. Way too many turnovers.
Here's some replays, and that's Tavakalian to Mallory. Those two have been great together in this second half. And just some more good ball movement. Mallory is having a very good game for himself, just dominating on the inside. Once again, look at just nice pass by the veteran Haywood. Good work by Mallory to finish. And then watch this nice in and out crossover. Finds Waller for a short corner jumper. Morgan, he's struggling with his own shot, but he's doing everything else correctly. He's not really turning the ball over. He's still offensively just making good decisions, and terrific move there.
He's lightning quick, and he showed that right there with that crossover. Again, able to create a lot of space, get inside, force the help defense, and find the open man as a result of it. You'd love to see more of that in this game from Devin Morgan. As your point guard, scoring is not the only thing you need to do. And as a matter of fact, it's one of the lower things on the list that you need to do as a point guard in a half-court team. Got to create for your teammates. Morgan, a great job of that there. Again, you'd love to see more of that here as this second half progresses. But I like the lineup for Delaware State. They've got length on the floor with Mallory, Dickerson, and Waller, and guys that can score on the perimeter in Morgan and Todd Hughes. And again, with Eric Dickerson on the floor, and this 3-2 zone, Dickerson's going to create a lot of problems with his length at the top.
Difficult shot, no good. Mallory with the board. Waller to Hughes. Hughes with his Euro stab gets the runner to go in.
Hughes passed up the open look there, attacked the basket. That's what we talked about as one of our keys to the game. They've done that. Hughes took advantage there, attacking the basket and getting the easy lay-in.
Beautiful pass to Fulmore. He'll get fouled. Nice job by Marshall finding the cutter Fulmore. And he'll go to the line for 2 more.
And Fulmore going to go to the line. 2 shots here. Chance to enter double digits. Be the second player for Cheyney to do that. He knocks it down and puts himself at 10 points right there.
And he's doing a good job stepping up and adding some offense. Normally only averages around 2.8 points per game. But he's been very aggressive this game, getting to the line and knocking down the free throws.
And again, that's free throws number 22 and 23 of this game for Cheyney. They've done a great job. And it doesn't matter if you get to the line if you don't make them. Cheyney has.
Here's an alley to Mallory. He cannot finish. And just a lot of action there, and then Hughes gets drilled going for a loose ball.
And that's a result. Delaware State maybe trying to get a little fancy, trying to get big-time momentum going with an alley-oop there. But at the end of the day, if the shot's not there, if you're Mallory, come down with it and go back up if you need to.
The foul will be on Hughes, even though he took the worst of it. He'll be called for the blocking foul. He shakes off Coach Walker. Coach Walker was looking to sub him out. He says he's fine. But it looks like Haywood and Tavakala, I keep messing up his name. He's going to be mad at me for that. But they're both back into the game.
And Hughes, good move there. Todd Hughes going to come off the floor. He's been giving you a lot of effort here in the second half, and that effort results in maybe being a little banged up on that play. Get him some rest. Get another effort guy in at Tavakalian. And your best scorer as well with DeAndre Haywood. Fulmore finally misses from the line.
Morgan out to Mallory. Haywood, who's back in the game. Mallory driving into the lane and finishing. Marshall trying to go right back at him. No good. And Haywood wisely slowing the game down.
A little bit surprising there, trying to go coast to coast. I was going to get on Haywood. Had a mismatch there against Eugene Lett at just 5'7". Didn't take advantage of it. But Mallory able to, with a drive and a nice easy lay-in for the big guy.
Tavakalian this time gets it rejected and fouls Lett on the loose ball.
And these refs have shown it. They are not afraid to blow the whistle.
Both teams in the bonus. 4 more open jumper, kind of rushed it and missed it. Morgan going to get the play call from Coach Walker.
Coach Walker going to slow his guys down. Try and start taking the air out of the ball maybe. But under 10 seconds now to go on the shot clock.
And Morgan will go to the line. He gets fouled by Lett.
And Lett, talking to the ref, doesn't like the call. I don't blame him. Didn't see a lot of contact there. But the refs shown they don't need to see a lot of contact in order to make a call. As Morgan was trying to drive and create there, able to create a couple foul shots for himself. Delaware State with a chance to eclipse 70 here with this possession.
Morgan, who is a two-time MEAC Rookie of the Week award winner, knocks the first one down.
And you say that, quick shout out to Najee Pollard of the women's team, now up to 7-time MEAC Rookie of the Week. Definitely in contention for Rookie of the Year in the MEAC for the women.
I believe that's a record as well. I think it was previously held by former Delaware State point guard Raven Bankston, who had 5 Rookie of the Week awards. And McGloin just hit a Hornet fan.
Another wayward pass. We've seen a couple of them. The last wayward pass came to us. That one going to go to the fans right next to us.
Mallory to Haywood. Haywood looking to drive, and he'll get fouled. Looks like that's going to be on Marshall, and another trip to the line for the Hornets.
And I like more ball movement there from Delaware State as we get to the under 8 timeout. Delaware State, much better job here in the second half. Only allowed 12 points so far in the second half. Great job, doing a lot of things well. Ball movement, pushing when they needed to push, playing in the half court when they needed to half court. This is the kind of game we expected them to play from the outset. Doing a great job, all facets of the game here in the second half, like what I've seen from Delaware State.
And your big key to the game is to control the tempo, and they're definitely doing that in the second half, as you said. They are not making it a fast break type of game unless they have that opportunity. This is a team in terms of Cheyney that loves to run the floor, and the Hornets are doing a good job of keeping this in the half court.
And we saw it against South Carolina State. If you can slow South Carolina State down, you can slow down just about anybody in this conference. And playing Cheyney here, another opportunity for them. But the thing I like against South Carolina State, we saw next to no transition opportunities or even transition attempts. Today, they've been more aggressive with it, trying to take chances when they come, get down the floor, get easy transition buckets. As here we've got some replays. There's Todd Hughes with the take here. But again, Delaware State doing a good job on the offensive end, both sides of the floor in the half court. We're seeing a lot of it here with the replays. But also doing a good job controlling the tempo, as we said, and making transition buckets as well.
And we've talked a lot about Tavakalian, but Mallory is having a good game as well. Definitely earning some more respect from his teammates. Mallory has 11 points.
Delaware State's got 3 guys in double figures now with Todd Hughes, Mallory, and Tavakalian. Still 11 turnovers, but they've turned Cheyney over 5 times here in this second half. They had none in the first half, doing a much better job, as we said, with the effort and intensity on the defensive end. And it's caused them to balloon this lead from 2, now to 15, with a chance to make it 16 with this free throw from Haywood. Rays are going to come on for Dickerson.
A name we haven't talked about a whole lot in the second half is Jawan Mullen. He had 17 first half points, only 4 here in the second half.
And if Cheyney's going to get back in this game, he's got to get going again.
Morgan for 3. And that's his spot.
I was just going to say it. Made one earlier from the same spot. Gets that one to go. Delaware State really starting to pull away here. Lead up to 19 here in the second half.
Carter, amongst the trees, draws the foul.
Good job from Carter there. Attack the basket and draw the foul. Going to get back to the line. We've seen a total of 40 free throws in this game, with numbers 41 and 42 coming. These refs, again, not afraid to call it. Both teams up to 9 fouls here in the second half. Still 7 minutes to go in the ball game. We're going to see a lot of trips to the line here in the remainder of the second half.
And remember, the Wolves came back in the first half by getting to the line a lot to cut the deficit from 13 to 2.
Difference here is Delaware State's also in the double, or close to the double bonus as well. So that's going to allow them to get a lot of free throw opportunities as well. And hopefully, for their sake, keep the lead. As we see, Jason Owens, one of the products of a lot of the foul calls, had 3 fouls called in a pretty short amount of time in that first half.
And Dana Razor, who hasn't been playing a whole lot this game, knocks down another corner 3. Haven't seen too much of him at all this game.
Saw him a little bit. He's a starter. Started there in the first half, but they put in Dickerson for him. And Dickerson did a great job making his threes.
And Razor commits the foul. No reaching fouls will be allowed this game. Anytime somebody reaches in, the whistle is just automatic.
I don't think you're allowed to touch anybody in this game, Derek.
Not at ours.
And again, you want to officiate the game properly. You want to do a good job. But at the same time, you got to let these kids play. And we've just seen a lot of fouls, a lot of free throw shots. Really slowed the pace of this game down.
But don't want to harp on the refs too much. At least it's been consistent on both sides.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's been consistent throughout. But you can see it. Just a lot of players been frustrated with some of the calls that have gone against them.
Haywood, coast to coast, and then finds Tavakalian with the nice lay-in.
Tavakalian again finding the right spot, up to 19 points now. Just always finds himself in the place to be. We got an off-ball foul on Cheyney.
McGlone called for the foul away from the basketball. There was a lot of pushing, shoving going on in the paint.
21-point lead here for Delaware State, outscoring Cheyney 34-16 in the second half. Back up to 50% from the field, 50% from three-point line, 83% from the free throw line. Delaware State offensively doing everything right in this game.
Razor, another open 3. This time no good.
It's a shame to think of what could have been if they'd have made the shots at this high of a rate against South Carolina State. Could have pulled another big-time MEAC win. And a charge call.
I'm shocked.
I think that's the first one we've seen today.
We've seen a lot of blocking fouls, but good job by Razor being in the right place to draw the charge.
Credit Dana Razor, finally cracked the puzzle. It was, how do you get a charge called in this game? But Delaware State, I like to see it not letting up. They're going to continue to try and run their offense.
And just some miscommunication there. Owens was setting a screen for Razor. Tavakalian threw it to Owens while he was setting that screen, leading to the turnover. Morgan with the steal. And that'll be an easy 2 for him.
Great steal there from Morgan. Good anticipation getting in. Not necessarily in the passing lanes, but off the catch, tipped it out of Juwan Mullen's hands.
Mullen, difficult 3.
Might be a little late, but Juwan Mullen would have loved to have seen that earlier for Cheyney. Try and keep him in this game. If he's able to hit shots like that.
And it's like Mullen took himself out of the game. Nobody really kept him from making shots. He just missed them and took a lot less of those shots. And here's Mullen again. In the crowd, he'll draw the foul.
And that's what you like to see from Mullen. Best player having a really good game, has over a third of Cheyney's points so far in this game. Attack. Don't worry about creating for other guys. Attack, get your shot, and try and do everything you can to get your team back in the game. But 4:44 to go in the game. Got to wonder maybe if Coach Stevens doesn't just get Mullen out of the game.
I mean, he's definitely a key guy to their season, but it's hard to take a player like that out of the game just because you know he's such a competitor. Here's some replays and just good ball movement, and he's deadly, Morgan is, from that spot right there.
And again, like we said, good to see him knock down a couple of shots. He's been creating well today as well, as we see him here for Dana Razor. And Razor, a sharpshooter, gonna knock down the threes. Haywood finding Tavakalian on the transition offense. There's a lot of good things you've seen from Delaware State, but probably the most important thing, what I've seen for me, only 20 points allowed here in the second half. Despite as many fouls as we've seen called, many free throws as Cheyney has had, Delaware State doing a much better job here in the second half defensively. I think that's the biggest takeaway for me, what we've seen so far in the second half.
And another thing to mention is how they were able to break the press early in the second half. It kept the Wolves from using it a lot more because they were having success early in the second half.
And Delaware State, we talked about it a lot, but doing a lot of things at a high level on offense. Nearly 50% from the field, nearly 50% from three-point land, over 80% at the line. Both teams, credit to them, have been very good from the free throw line. You love to see that. They're called free throws. You got to make them. Both teams have done a good job of that. But again, Delaware State doing a lot of things at a high level on the offensive end, which is one of the things we wanted to see them do in this game. Get confidence on the offensive end as you head down on your Florida trip here coming up.
Morgan to Razor again, no good. Good hustle by Owens, and then he turns it over.
Poor cross-court pass there. Had DeAndre Haywood right over there behind him as Haywood gets a steal here. Haywood on the one-on-one.
No good. Morgan with the rebound, and Owens almost loses it. They're finally able to get some sort of control over that ball there.
Good job from Delaware State. Once Owens got that rebound, control it and try and get it back to the top of the key to set up offense.
Morgan and Mullins, two Seaford teammates, go falling to the floor. Nothing but smiles by the both of them.
I was just going to say, you can see a couple of smiles. You can tell they know each other, played together before. There's a timeout here, media timeout. Delaware State, continue to say it, done a lot of things well on the offensive end throughout the game, but definitely encouraging second half. Very dominant here in the second half, sending a message. They are the better team, have been the better team in the second half. It's got them up by 20, or 19 now. But a lot of good takeaways, and I think the most important thing, 49% from the field. Really struggled from the field against South Carolina State. As we talked about, under 30% in that game, now up near 50 in this game. Might have a little bit to do with the defense. South Carolina State played very good defense in that game. But still, if you're Delaware State, you've had open shots, and you've knocked down most of them. They needed to do that today. Needed to really make those open looks, get confidence going. They have that now. Hopefully we'll see success, continued success now, heading down on their Florida trip against Florida A&M and Bethune-Cookman.
What are some different things that you saw from this game offensively that didn't happen in a game against South Carolina State?
Well, I think the most important thing is they pushed the tempo here more in this game. It looked like against South Carolina State, and understandably so, you don't want to get into a run and gun game with South Carolina State because you will not win. But Delaware State looked very, very timid getting out in transition. Didn't even really try because I don't think they wanted to get into that type of game. But they had opportunities to and really should have. I thought when it got to about 6 minutes, offense was struggling. They were falling behind. Had to change things up. Didn't do that. But I think, again, today, good job here creating opportunities in the fast break. Continue to do that. Don't be afraid. You know you're a half-court team, but that doesn't mean you can't get out in transition when the opportunity presents itself.
Owens trying to make it a 21-point game, and he does.
After Delaware State now 4 guys in double figures: Morgan, Tavakalian, Hughes, Mallory. Mullen pulls from deep again.
Another good rebound by Tavakalian. He's done a great job on both ends of the court. Morgan barking out the offensive orders.
He's 1 rebound away from a double-double at 19 points and 9 rebounds right now. Certainly looked like the leader in the clubhouse for player of the game.
And there's an alley-oop, and he almost would have brought the house down.
And at this point, maybe trying to put on a little show for the crowd. Up 21. You could be okay with that as a coach, especially for a guy like Tavakalian who's earned it. And Devin Morgan Jr., 12 points, 6 assists, 6 boards today. Done a good job doing everything right for this team, creating, scoring. As we've seen him knock down a couple of shots, which has been big for him. A lot of players here that can be happy and take confidence after this game.
Morgan not really liking that shot there. They should be running some clock off. He kind of took an early shot in the shot clock. Let with a nice floater.
And you talk about it now for Delaware State. Everybody's healthy. Take the air out of the ball. Take your 30 seconds. Get up a shot. And just try and get out of here with a win and health.
Tavakalian with the bump. The runner no good. And looks like it's going to be a foul call on the Wolves. Owens will go to the line for 2 more.
Checking in for the Hornets, number 4, Khalid Thomas, and for Devin Morgan.
Delaware State staying in the 3-2 zone. Cheyney trying to continue to create offense against it, but a terrible shot there.
Fast break opportunity. Haywood brings it out. Everybody wanted the alley-oop. Tavakalian was wide open for it.
But a good job there from Haywood. Understand the situation. Take the air out of the ball. Take the 30 seconds.
But that's not fun. We wanted to see an alley-oop.
Yeah, but it's more about winning. Winning is fun, Derek. Winning is fun. Got another foul. Owens going to head to the line again. Lewis going to come get Tavakalian out of the game. Likely the end of his day.
Joe Lewis getting his first opportunity.
Tavakalian going to miss out on that double-double by 1 rebound, but you see him and DeAndre Haywood giving him some love there, missing him on the alley-oop. But Tavakalian, great game. Like I said, leader in the clubhouse for play of the game. And I don't see that changing. He had a great game today, 19 points, 9 boards, energy guy. And he's going to be big for Delaware State to compete in the MEAC throughout the rest of this season, because he's shown he deserves playing minutes. And just a sophomore out of Russia.
Owens will foul Michael Fusey.
Owens doesn't look to be complaining too much, but I didn't think that was a foul. Looked like he got straight up. Didn't think there was much contact there. But again, this late in the game with a lead,
There's no point to argue.
Too much complaining.
Yeah, there's no point. They got the win. He gets to beat his former Seaford teammate in Juwan Mullen. He gets bragging rights for the second straight year.
But credit to Juwan Mullen. This team's loss is not going to be on his. 25 points in this game. He really kept this team in it early on at 17 points at halftime, just 8 here in the second half. But got to give him credit. Delaware State really focused in and put a couple extra sets of eyes on him. Helped slow him down here in the second half. But he kept this team in it in the first half, had a great game.
Razor gets away for travel, but late in the game, nobody really cares about calling that. Chucks up an air ball there. Foreman looking to push. Lett will take the three. No good. Need a rebound, and it will be Mullins.
You can see Delaware State just content. Hold on to the ball. Just try and get out of here as Haywood turns it over. But Delaware State, a lot to take away from this game, a lot to be happy about. Played well on both ends of the floor. More specifically in the second half, played well on both ends of the floor. First half was a little bit sloppy, turned the ball over, didn't force any turnovers. Really kind of lacked some effort on the defensive end. But they picked it up in the second half. Coach Walker probably let them know this team's not going to let you go. They're here to play. Delaware State came out in the second half. A lot of effort. Credit Coach Walker for the halftime adjustments. As Delaware State going to send Cheyney home with a loss. Cheyney going to drop to 2-16. Delaware State going to get their 4th win of the season.
And I think a couple of things that sparked them was Todd Hughes had 2 huge blocks early in the second half that really just sparked that momentum and that run. Gave the team some energy.
And they had early energy. But like you said, the second half is when it really came to life. Todd Hughes came out early with some blocks. Tabakalian doing what he does, just being an energy player, attacking the glass, getting inside. And it really sparked Delaware State to what's going to be a good win for them. One that we expected him to get. But nonetheless, when you go into the half in a dogfight, it's good to get out with a win, which Delaware State's going to do.
So Delaware State University Hornets will win 86-70 against Cheyney University Wolves. And that was now their second straight win against them, and they did a terrific job this game. I think you already let everybody know who your player of the game is, but can you reiterate it for everybody?
Artem Tabakalian, great job, both ends of the floor, playing good defense, playing good offense, getting easy buckets. Definitely think he's earned himself more playing time as the season goes on. And again, I think with the way he played today, the way he played in the spare minutes he had in the second half against South Carolina State, get him in the game, get him more minutes. Tabakalian, I look for him to be big for Delaware State as the season goes on. They're going to try and make some noise in the MEAC, and it's going to start with the effort that they play with on the defensive end.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to WDSU-TV live stream of the men's basketball game. Our next game that we will cover will be Delaware State versus their rival, University of Maryland Eastern Shore, February 13th. Please tune in. We hope to see you there.